And it is quite a remarkable story, you're right.
Well, a remarkable story, and we're going to have the man at the helm of that story join us now. That's BankUnited CEO, of course, John Kanas. He's at the New York Stock Exchange today on the first day of trading. John, welcome to InBusiness.
Thank you. Good morning.
So you raised, what, $783 million in this public offering today, much more than expected. Tell me, what do you intend to do with the money that you've raised?
Well, this has substantially overcapitalized the company. We've been telling the story that we think that the banking industry is in the process of consolidating, particularly in the Southeast, which will present a large number of M&A opportunities. And we believe that over time will be an important part of the consolidation of the banking industry in the Southeast, and hopefully can leverage up that capital intelligently. We're also experiencing very impressive organic growth. We've already quadrupled our commercial deposits in the short time that we've been there, up to nearly $1 billion, and put on $500 million worth of loans in Florida and hired 300 new people. And so we are, fortunately for us, one of the happy stories in banking, a company that's growing and couldn't be happier about it.
John, I want to follow up on Margaret's question. You said the Southeast. So what banks in particular are you looking at? And by the way, are you looking at banks here in New York as well?
The Florida market in particular, John, is really fractured. There's give or take 200 banks. Most of them are smaller than $1 billion. The new regulatory environment has put a lot of pressure, particularly on small institutions, and I think as we go forward, even more particularly as the new regulations coming out of Dodd-Frank make regulatory compliance more expensive. So we aren't eyeing any particular institution, but we think that in particular in Florida and in the contiguous states to Florida, there's a lot of opportunity. We intend, as we've said on the roadshow, to go into New York City sometime in August of 2012 when we're permitted to go back in and our non-competes expire. And we think that there's an opportunity in New York that's equally exciting. We've been in New York all of our lives. We have a lot of following of customers and employees there, and so we're anxious to augment BankUnited's Florida growth with a strategy in the Northeast starting in about 18 months.
And you're a New Yorker, so that would give you a chance to spend more time at home. 6 months before you sold North Fork to Capital One, you were already raising concerns about the Fed's policies. Right now, since a lot of people buy into BankUnited because of you, they know your track record, what is the one thing that you're most worried about that could all of a sudden derail the progress being made in the banking sector?
Well, we certainly aren't optimistic about, and we're not convinced, I should say, that the housing turnaround is real and that it's very impressive. And we worry about, the global economy, or I should say the domestic economy in the United States, the mounting debt that we all sort of think is the elephant in the room for our country, and we worry about sustaining higher interest rates that can be driven by that issue rather than growth in the economy. So our concerns are macroeconomic rather than micro. In our micro market, we have great competitive advantage and expect good results, but we certainly can't control what's going on in the world around us. We do expect that as the industry consolidates, there'll be fewer banks. We've all got our predictions, but it wouldn't be surprising if there's a couple thousand fewer banks 3 or 4 years down the road. And so that spells opportunity for those who have enough capital and can grow into it.
All right, John, thank you so much for joining us this first day of trading.